live on YouTube with Lauren Munt and weather with Tom Tiefertiller.
Thanks for joining us for First Alert 7 News on the CW, and thanks for joining us live on the First Alert 7 YouTube channel. I'm Mary Kate Hamilton. We start with some overnight news. This morning around 3:42 a.m., Odessa police responded to shots fired at the Walmart on JBS Parkway. When they arrived, the suspect had driven off in a gray GMC pickup. Ector County sheriffs located the vehicle and pursued him in Midland County. The man you see now, smiling, 35-year-old Marcus Thomas, was arrested for 3 counts of deadly misconduct and criminal mischief. Nobody was injured, thankfully, but Walmart property and a parked car were damaged. We're continuing to track crime now in West Odessa, where a woman is in the hospital tonight after officials say her son shot her. Ector County Sheriff's deputies responded to the 9100 block of Hubnik in West Odessa. Officials say this man, 39-year-old Baldemar Longoria, fled the scene after the shooting. Longoria is being charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. His mother was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Longoria was located near 10th and FM 1936. That's where he was taken into custody and is currently being held at the Ector County Sheriff's Detention Center. This is an ongoing investigation. If you have more information, Sheriff Griffiths says to please contact them. New details for you now as Odessa police tell First Alert 7 News 3 kids in 3 different schools were hit by cars yesterday. We were the first to tell you about an 8-year-old boy that was hit in the drop-off lane at Blackshear Elementary yesterday morning. He was taken to the hospital. We don't know his condition. Later on, just before 3:30 in the afternoon, police say an 8-year-old girl was hit near Goliad Elementary School. She was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Then, just an hour later, again, all on the same day at 4:30 p.m. yesterday, police say a 14-year-old girl was walking in a crosswalk near Bowie Middle School when she was hit by a car. OPD says that driver fled the scene and made no attempt to help the girl. She is also in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information is asked to contact Odessa Police or Odessa Crime Stoppers. You may have noticed more law enforcement officers out and about lately. It's all part of TxDOT's Drive Sober, No Regrets holiday campaign. Now through January 1st, more officers will be out looking specifically for drunk drivers. Last year, 126 people died in alcohol-related wrecks during the holiday season. Authorities are reminding people if you plan to party this holiday season and partake in drinking, do not drink and drive. Get a sober ride home. Now we have an oil and gas industry update for you. The Texas Railroad Commission has adopted a new set of rules surrounding oil and gas waste management for the first time in 4 decades. These new regulations cover rock and other material waste pulled up from oil drilling, as well as waste from geothermal, carbon isolation, and brine mining well operations. It will also have the industry adopt practices to recycle produced water, which has been discussed here in the Permian Basin at length. This is the first major overhaul of waste management rules by the RRC, again, in 4 decades. For more information on these new rules, you can go to our website, firstalert7.com. We're going to keep in oil and gas news now. The U.S. Department of Energy released its final study aimed at shutting down U.S. liquefied natural gas exports today. In the report, the DOE claims the demand for increased exports does not exist. In a response to the report, Congressman August Pfluger responded, saying in part, quote, "Demand for LNG will exist despite the reckless whims of climate cronies and a complicit DOE. The question is, does the administration want the U.S. to supply it, or Iran, Russia, or Qatar?" End quote. We're going to take a pause now and talk your weather forecast. It's actually pretty warm evening out there, 58 degrees at this time of the night. That feels good. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller. Tom?
Yeah, not too bad, but tomorrow, though, we're going to struggle to get to 58 degrees after a cold front hits the area. Let's go ahead and take a look at your first alert. A cold front arriving overnight tonight is going to make for a chilly day coming up tomorrow, but then we'll see things become a little milder into the weekend. And that early travel weather for Christmas, well, it looks okay. And it also looks okay all the way through Christmas. Now, right now across the state, we are looking at pretty quiet conditions. West Texas saw temperatures into the lower to mid 70s, but all the way up to 80 in Fort Stockton as temperatures as we look at community Christmas tree in Odessa all lit up for Christmas. Temperatures are cooling off a little bit, lower 60s to upper 50s now, but we're all the way down to 49 in the Pecos vicinity, and current winds have lightened up quite a bit. Still out of the south, though, so that front hasn't made its way into West Texas. Here's what we're looking at temperature-wise for the overnight hours. We're going to see them slide down into the lower 40s, but the wind, though, is going to add a wind chill factor, and we'll see temperatures feel like the upper 20s, low 30s first thing in the morning.
Today's Midland City Council meeting was the last one for at-large Councilman Eric Davidson and District 1 Councilman Scott Dufford. At the next City Council meeting, John Burkholder and Brian Stubbs will fill those spots after winning the seats in the November election. First Alert 7's Rachel Fortunato attended that meeting, and she spoke to Davidson and Dufford about their time on the City Council.
It was definitely pulling the heartstrings a little bit. It's been an honor to serve Midland.
I'm very grateful that they put their confidence in me.
Both Davidson and Duffords during their time in office have focused on the growth and revitalization of downtown Midland.
Being able to sit there, watch those lights turn on, see those kids running around and just enjoying their time in Midland, and thousands of people downtown just truly reflected on what my focus has been.
I started changing my focus from being a government efficiency kind of a guy to being more of a quality of life or quality of place guy, really trying to make Midland parks and the quality of our place better.
Dufford said when he started, downtown Midland did not exist to the scale it does now. Because of Dufford's focus on improving downtown Midland, he has been dubbed Downtown Dufford.
I'm really proud of is the fact that when you walk downtown today, there are little kids running around all over downtown. There's activity all over downtown.
Dufford is also officially the longest-serving Midland City Council member. Davidson and Dufford did round out their time in City Council, helping to approve one more initiative that aims to improve the quality of life in Midland. Previously, the Midland City Council approved the revitalization of Beale Park. And on Tuesday, December 17th, they approved a $1.75 million donation from ExxonMobil toward the Beale Park initiative.
Being able to vote to approve Exxon's donation meant a lot. The funding that they've been able to provide for Beale Park is just fantastic to see.
This donation will assist in funding a soccer complex and playground.
We think of it as a way to not only demonstrate our commitment, but to attract and retain employees here in the Basin. Get better for not only our employees, but for the community as well.
The 62 future soccer fields expect to make Midland a premier location for local soccer games and West Texas tournaments. After the revitalization, Beale Park is expected to be the best park in West Texas.
I think when it's all said and done, we're going to have a park that's worthy of the entire Permian Basin.
Thank you very much, Rachel. In April, we told you about one West Odessa family who took it into their own hands to restore Kellis Turner Park. Today, the Ector County Commissioner's Court hosted the grand opening of the new playground. This new playground has brand new equipment designed to engage and inspire kids. This is the first time in decades that the park has had any work done or investments. And now the park promises to be a space for outdoor play and hopefully community connection.
It's a good thing and it helps with their educational experience. We know that play is a good form of learning, and by having this park here right next to the school in this hub area of Kellis Turner, we're excited about the future.
The Commissioner's Court has created a master plan to keep growing and building in the surrounding areas. For more information on the new park, you can go to our website. That's firstalert7.com. And attention Ector County residents, parents, non-parents, anyone really who cares about schools and staying informed. ECISD wants your input through a new survey designed to improve communication. The survey starts with a few demographic questions like which part of Odessa you're from and whether you're a parent or non-parent. From there, the survey focuses on how you prefer to receive communications from the district. ECISD leaders say the goal is to better understand the community's needs and be more intentional about how information is shared.
We want to be intentional about the mode of communication that we're using for our different groups within the community. Sometimes parents want to get information in one way. Community members who don't have children in school want to get information in a different way. So it's just important to us that we hear from the community so that we are providing information in a way that's going to be received well, read, and so that the community and our parents feel like they're informed.
The district's hopes this survey will help close the gap in communication, especially after recent audits and bond elections found non-parents weren't always aware of decisions that affect the community.
We want to know from the community what are the most important things, information-wise, from the school district that you want to hear, and how do you want to hear about them?
This survey will be open until the end of this week, which is in line with the end of the semester. If you'd like to participate, it's just a 5-minute survey, and you can find the link on our website, firstalert7.com. It is, by the way, available in English and in Spanish. Today, UTPB announced that they are now offering their direct admissions program to Alpine High School. The program provides automatic admission to almost 60 qualified AHS seniors. Of those 60, 45 are eligible to receive merit scholarships. The program gets rid of the traditional Apply Texas application, instead just allowing students to confirm their offer online, submit a transcript, and sign up for orientation. Coming up, we are taking a look at news across Texas. Stay with us. Taking a look at your state news, a Texas man is currently fighting for the return of his wife and 4 kids after they were unexpectedly deported. Federico Arellano was born in Houston, but his wife was born in Mexico. He says they tried to go through the immigration system, but they missed a hearing because his wife had just delivered twins via emergency C-section. Arellano says they called immigration and were told the hearing would be rescheduled. Last week, his wife, newborn twins, and their 2 other children were arrested and flown to Mexico.
This case shouldn't have gone to this extreme. There were options, legal options that were available, and he was not given that opportunity.
His attorney says they plan to file a complaint with the Office of the Inspector General. They also plan to file petitions with immigration, but the process could take several months. And female inmates at the William P. Hobby Unit in Marlin, Texas, are gaining the opportunity to learn the art of cooking. This is a new program that lets them earn hours and certifications through the state. Madison Myers has more.
You have the jalapenos, and what are you making? Fresh tortillas?
At first glance, it may look and sound like your typical culinary class. But this one is inside the walls of the William P. Hobby Unit in Marlin.
It's going to help me with my career, what I want to do when I get to the world. I want to cook when I get to the world.
The culinary program gives inmates the opportunity to earn hours and certifications through the Texas Workforce Commission. The 2-day-a-week course is taught by Major of Food Services Charlie Washington, who's had a passion for cooking for as long as she can remember.
It's been awesome. It's been awesome to see this positive change and see the rehabilitation of our residents here. It's been fun.
I got the chance to get a first-hand look at this week's culinary class.
We're about to set it on the table so we can start deboning.
So, and we're just smearing it on there. So whenever our meat's done, we're going to be filling it up.
I spoke to Christy Coslow, who's been in the hobby unit since she was 16 years old. She tells me she's never had a job, so this program is something that is opening up new opportunities.
I have the opportunity, no matter when I walk out of here, to go get a job and to be a productive member of society and not fall into anything that could harm anybody else or myself, and I can provide for my family.
And it's what the Texas Department of Criminal Justice tells me is the purpose of rehabilitation.
If we can help them make sure that they have a job when they go home, they're less likely to go home and do things that will make them end up back in TDCJ. So this is really a part of rehabilitating them.
And it's not just the inmates who are being fulfilled.
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I have a purpose. She's amazing. So thank you.
Well, not too bad out there right now, but the morning, though, is going to be a different story behind that front. We'll tell you about it coming up next.
Now, from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, let's take a look outside at Starbright Village, where it's a great evening out there. 62 degrees. Tonight was one of the nights to go because temperatures weren't all that bad. And you see beautiful sights like this, all the lit displays they have there, sights and sounds of Christmas. You have until the weekend after Christmas to get out there and enjoy the Christmas lights across the area. As we do see a big storm system move across central portions of the U.S., this is going to swing a cold front into our area here over the next 24 hours or so. It should be first thing in the morning, and it's going to open up this northwesterly flow. That'll bring in chilly air, but then you see this big blank spot back over here. That's an area of high pressure. It's probably going to dominate the weather the rest of the week and into the weekend. So that means pretty smooth sailing weather-wise as we get into the last weekend before Christmas. Right now across the estate, we do have areas of high clouds drifting in from the north, seeing those at sunset. That front is starting to move down across portions of the Texas Panhandle. Better view of it here on the temperatures. You can see 47 in Amarillo, so that front making its way down. 55 in the Lubbock area. Front has yet to make it through there. So again, it's going to be the early morning hours before we see that front roll through West Texas And ahead of the front, it was a warm day. We saw temperatures up into the 80s as close as Fort Stockton, but a lot of it, though, over towards central and south Texas this afternoon. You can see on the Futurecast that front whipping through overnight tonight, gusty northeast winds first thing in the morning. And that's going to provide us with wind chill values down in near 30 degrees, it looks like, early on. And those winds are going to stay a little gusty, so a little chilly coming up for most of your Wednesday across the area before those winds calm down quite a bit. Looking at cloud cover, we may see a little bit of clouds start to form up ahead of that front. And down here across the lower Trans-Pecos, maybe a patch or two of fog, Ira Ann down towards the Dryden area. But it won't last long because that front's going to stir up the air and clear everything out. And we're going to be left with a lot of sunshine coming up tomorrow afternoon. So for the rest of tonight, here's what we are seeing. Lower 40s on the way with northwest winds towards the morning hours becoming rather gusty. And then for tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see temperatures about 10 degrees cooler than what we saw today, into the mid to upper 50s out there to the low 60s. So it's going to definitely feel like winter out there tomorrow. Then milder conditions on the way for Thursday. Another weak front Friday will drop temperatures a little bit, but overall they're kind of up and down, but temperatures staying a little bit above where they should be this time of the year for the last weekend before Christmas. Heading into Christmas week, things look mild and not too much of a change there for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Looking at some mild above normal temperatures.
Up next here at 9, holiday season is here, which means eggnog, spiced rum, well, anything as long as it doesn't involve Guinness. They're experiencing a shortage. We'll tell you those details next. With holiday celebrations in full swing, drinks are in high demand. But a shortage of Guinness is threatening to dampen festivities across the pond. Sahar Zand has the story from London.
A long-time pub favorite, Guinness is seeing a surge in popularity in the US and beyond, especially among women and young people.
Thanks, mate.
But this holiday season, pubs are facing a crisis.
This is where the Guinness should be, and that normally comes up to about here.
They can't get their hands on enough of the black goodness, with producers reporting exceptional consumer demand for Ireland's national drink. And now, some pubs are resorting to ration cards.
In these difficult times of Guinness rationing, we require our beloved patrons to purchase 2 other drinks before they can buy their ration of Guinness.
Oh my God!
Why'd you laugh?
No, because that actually sounds funny.
Even with those drastic measures, some taps are already running dry, brewing disappointment for those who just can't bear their holidays without their favorite drink.
My husband will be sad. He likes it more than I do. It will ruin his Christmas. It's Christmas done, Christmas over.
And he's not alone, with many thirsty for Guinness being turned away.
It's kind of sad because I love Guinness, but it is what it is.
For now, some taps are still flowing, but only at a trickle, leaving many settling for other drinks while adding Guinness to their Christmas wish list. Sahar Zand, CBS News, London.
Still ahead, Taco Bell steps out of its shell to add a new food to their menu. We have the details next. Okay, usually we talk about sort of not so appetizing sounding food offerings. This one actually sounds good to me, okay? They're stepping away from their Mexican-inspired cuisine with chicken nuggets. Here's the kicker though, Tom. The chicken will be marinated in a zesty jalapeno buttermilk, then coated in tortilla chips and breadcrumbs. And listen to these dips that they're making for the nuggets too. Tangy signature Bell sauce, a jalapeno-infused honey mustard, yum, and a spicy ranch.
Okay.
I think this sounds good. I would give it a shot. With the jalapeno kind of buttermilk mixture, yum. Taco Bell admits nugget royalty does run deep, dominated by McDonald's, Wendy's, and Chick-fil-A. But the chain says they're working to expand because poultry is actually preferred by young eaters over beef. So
I've got some grandkids that love chicken nuggets, okay?
I love chicken nuggets. All right, thanks for joining us. We've got more at 10.